What is going on, everybody? Hopefully, we can get some people in here. But right now, I'm just gonna say that this live's gonna be for about 20 minutes. So come kick it for a little bit. If you're watching this later, then go ahead and skip a little bit. I'll wait while some people get in here. But so I am out in Texas right now from Southern California. Flew out to Texas a few days ago. That's why I haven't been super active on here, but I definitely have a lot of videos coming up for you guys. So I'm super stoked about that. Go ahead and ask me any questions you have. What's going on, Philosophic Ruben? Hopefully, we can get some more people in here. We got 3 people in here, 2 likes. Sweet. So I asked you guys on the community tab to ask me some questions for this video. So I'm going to go ahead and just start answering some of those questions. Starting off with, well, someone asked about Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I didn't see Guardians 3, but I did see the first one. That one was really good. That one's for sure a classic. So you're gonna have to let me know if the third one's worth the watch. How I lost 120 pounds. Hey, Tide Pods, what's going on, bro? So, how I lost 120 pounds. Well, I can go pretty deep with this, but I'm just gonna say that consistency and hard work, dedication, all the stuff that you'd expect me to say, all that stuff, plus just being, I really want to emphasize being consistent with everything, being consistent with your nutrition plan, making sure that your nutrition is consistently in a caloric deficit, and then consistently going to the gym. So I went to the gym about 5 or 6 days a week for about an hour, hour and a half, and I would sit on the bike for about 40 minutes to an hour. So I did a ton of cardio and I didn't really focus on strength gain, so I didn't build muscle at the same time, but it did help me lose a lot of weight. Excuse me. What's going on, Julian? Just started watching your channel. Great content. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. If you guys have questions, go ahead and ask me some questions, but as of right now, I got some lined up. So let's see. Confident personality like yours. Well, yeah, I used to be not confident whatsoever, but I learned that confidence really comes, I mean, you have to find it in yourself, but to really build that within yourself, the best thing you could do is to become an expert at something, so become an expert in some sort of field, and other people will definitely compliment you as a bonus, but just seeing your own personal growth and seeing how valuable you are to yourself, to your family, to society is going to give you confidence because you feel like you have a place in the world. So the more that you can build up that expertise, the more comfortable you become with yourself, the more, you know, just confident you are with all the decisions that you make and everything that you say. German Sing, I'm 350 pounds and just found your channel. Well, I'm glad you found the channel, bro. How much? What's your weight loss goal? What's your goal? What do you want to hit? What do you want to do? We're gonna hit that. Just let me know. Let's do it. Did you catch a cold? No, no. Just really tired right now. I woke up like an hour ago, but I'm super stoked to be here with you guys. Like I said, if you guys have some questions, go ahead and ask. But yeah, how I lost 120 pounds, really just cleaned up my diet, focused on everything. Took about a year. I didn't really give up. I didn't. I think someone asked me if I hit any weight loss plateaus, and yeah, I hit a lot of weight loss plateaus. But even through those plateaus, I still, was consistent with my nutrition and training and everything. I switched some things up through my plateaus. I would eat different amount of. Yes. Oh man, all my favorite people are in here. I love you guys. Do you guys have any questions? All you guys that are in here right now? Uh, okay, on the next one. What's going on? Dude, I can't even pronounce like half your guys' names. How do I pronounce your name? Ruzika. I don't know how to say that letter. Can you give a quick explanation on how you started losing weight? Yeah, so the first thing I did was I cleaned up my nutrition. So my mom would go out to the store. I was probably, I think, yeah, I was 18 when I first, 17 or 18 when I first wanted to start losing weight. I'm 21 right now, and so my mom would obviously do all the shopping for the house. So I just told her, you know what, don't bring home like waffles, don't bring home anything with sugar. You know, just start bringing home like whole foods, start bringing home more vegetables and fruits, and I'll just start eating that. I didn't really calculate anything, but I started to clean up my diet and I started to only drink water. Um, that helped me a lot. Only drinking water like helped me a lot. That probably got me like the first 10 to 20 pounds off really quick. And then just getting into the gym 5, 6 days a week. And then I started calculating my macros and getting consistent with that and being really precise with the amount of calories that I was consuming every day. What did you start off doing? I started doing cardio on a bike as my main source of cardio for about, I would say, about an hour, 4 to 5 days a week. And then just really watching my nutrition, just eating a lot cleaner, you know, fruits and vegetables. What is your opinion on body weight exercises? Oh, I think body weight exercises are amazing. I think they definitely take a lot more skill, but and you can't. The one downside that I see body weight exercises having, or purely body weight exercises having, is that you can't isolate muscles quite as easily as free weights. So you can't build like a super, like very precise physique that you want to have. But I think if you do body weight exercise, you can have an amazing physique, and it's going to be great for helping with weight loss because you can integrate hit training with that, and it also builds up stabilizers that you don't normally otherwise use. But I think body weight exercise is such a great alternative to free weights. It's so hard for me to quit drinking Coke. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. We got to just figure out how we can start getting down to just drinking water every day. Um, because I know, I mean, that was like the same thing for me and Sprite and Gatorade and everything, all those really sugary drinks. But how much Coke do you drink every day? Yeah, dude, I love going live and hanging out with you guys. I mean, 9 people just kicking it for a little bit. Let's see if there's any other interesting questions on here. Losing weight but not seeing a big change in the mirror. That one's pretty big for me because when I was losing weight, um, I didn't really notice when my first 10, 15 pounds came off. It just came off because I was doing what I was doing. And but people started complimenting me that, you know, I would weigh myself and I'd be like 15 pounds down, and then people would start complimenting me, and I didn't realize it myself because I couldn't really see it in the mirror myself. But it was really cool that other people started seeing that, and that kind of fueled my fire, so I could keep going and keep losing weight and, you know, keep doing that. So, you know, if I didn't notice it but other people did, I'm doing something right. So that was really cool. Oh, all right. Coke Zero, no calories. Yeah, Coke Zero. If it's got no calories, it's definitely better for weight loss. As far as health, Coke in general, I would say let's try and get off that as soon as we can. But, you know, I know some people have a really hard addiction to that stuff. What's better, to gain first than to cut, or just slowly getting muscle and skinny? Yeah, if you're skinny, if you're just straight skinny, dude, I would say bulk. Like eat in a 500 to 1,000 caloric deficit every day and train like 4 or 5 days a week, heavy, and just try to keep progressing. Try to keep adding more weight every time you go into the weight room. And yeah, within 3 to 6 months, you'll definitely be seeing a lot more muscle. I mean, there's this kid that goes to my gym, and I remember when he came in like probably a year ago for the first time, and he was super skinny. He was super skinny, but he was wearing like bodybuilding.com stuff, so I could see that, you know, he obviously wanted to do something with his body. You know, a year later, he's still kind of skinny, but he's definitely got some meat on his bones. He's definitely bulked up a bit and has been working on his physique. And I don't really talk to him, but I notice it. You know, I notice it. Um, let's see, Joey, what's your take on weight loss to reflect on the scale after committing to it? What do you mean by that? What's your take on weight loss to reflect on the scale after committing to intermittent fasting? Honestly, I don't think you guys should even use a scale. I don't think you guys should use a scale for anything, really. I mean, it's cool to know how much you weigh, but as far as like you're like setting goals and what and like how much you want to weigh, like you don't really know how much you want to weigh, in my opinion. I think, everyone should just go off like visual appearances unless you have like a deadline to meet, like I gotta lose like 20 pounds in, a month or something, then use a scale to see exactly where you're at. But besides that, I didn't use a scale. I just looked in the mirror and I was like, you know what, I'm not where I want to be, so this is what I got to keep doing. Because you could lose like 40 pounds, and 20 pounds that could be muscle, and you could still retain a lot of fat and not be satisfied with hitting your goal. That's my opinion. And then intermittent fasting, yeah, definitely intermittent fast. If you're trying to lose weight, everybody should intermittent fast. As long as you can maintain that. I'm sure some people have some health benefits, but I mean health risks with that. But yeah. All right. So Jim and Singh, you just gotta say, yeah. I mean, try to get off coke as best as you can. Slowly, unless you can cut it out cold turkey. But um, it is a process. It's a habit that you're forming, and if you're gonna take coke out, if you're gonna remove that habit, then put a new better habit in there. Water, or like sparkling water or something, or flavored water. You can always just supplement that for something else, and you'll get used to it after a while. It might really suck at first because you're really used to drinking coke, but you're definitely going to get used to it, and you're going to feel a ton better. Bulgaria, dude, that's awesome. Where is everyone from? Where are you guys from? Used to drink 2 cans a day. Oh, 2 cans a day is not too bad. That's good. Clean that up. Cut down to 1 can a day, and then cut down to 1 can every other day, and then cut down to maybe a can a week. Man, you'll be losing weight like no time. Salute. How do you calculate macros for weight loss and muscle gain, Tim? So I would recommend going on my channel right now and checking out. You can go on my channel and just type in macros, and I should have a couple videos that are going to pop up that are going to walk you through how to find your macros and how to create a meal plan from any foods that you want, and then calculate that for your macros so you have a meal plan set up. Or you can just go to Google and type in macro calculator, and then there should be a ton of free calculators that you can use. But I have step-by-step tutorials to help you out. Do I have any referred exercises for beginners? Um, if your goal is to lose weight, I would definitely say just it really doesn't matter. I would say the more active you can be, the more calories that you can burn, the better. So like hit or cardio, and then if you want to maintain and possibly grow muscle, then hit the weight room as well. Do the weights first and then do cardio, so you have energy for weights. Yeah, you guys are awesome. So your opinion on MGTOW, but they're racing, right? Can get girls and can. I think MGTOW is cool. I think it's a good concept. I think you really got to be experienced to even make a decision on MGTOW. I think you've got to have at least like, dude, you got to have at least like 3 or 4 or 5 like long-term meaningful relationships to have a data pool of your own information to make the decision of whether or not you want to go your own way and live life without women. Um, but because I know way too many people in that have never even met a girl, never even had a girlfriend, never even had sex before. So it's like you gotta make your own decisions, but take it with a grain of salt. Anyway, Serbia, sick, dude. Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, just like I said, from MGTOW, like do what you need to do, man. Like if you want to date girls, date girls. If you don't want to date girls, don't date girls. But a lot of things that they say have good information, like the red pill community, MGTOW, PUA community, all these different communities that in the manosphere have, they're good sources of information, but a lot of times they're very biased towards something or other. So use the information and use that in your own life experiences, and then collect your own data and then make your own decision. I mean, that's just the best way you can go about doing anything. But you can get sucked one way or the other really easily, and you can get really paranoid. I know that for sure. So like, definitely take it with a grain of salt and apply what you need to apply. But yeah, do your own thing, man. Whatever works best for you, whatever makes you happy. That's the biggest thing. 19, 6 feet tall, 160 pounds, 18% body fat. How can I recomp 1 year training experience? I would say the best. What I would do is I would try to I would try to lose weight. I would try to cut down to about 12, between 12 to 15% body fat. So you're pretty close. You're not too far off. However, I would do something like maybe a 500 caloric deficit, and then the next day I would do a maintenance calories, and then 500 caloric deficit, maintenance calories. So you're not burning too many calories, so you're losing muscle if you want to maintain your muscle. And then while you're in this caloric deficit, definitely be hitting the weight room really hard so you can maintain, if not grow that muscle or strength while you're losing that weight. And then once you get down to that, ideally like 10 to 12 to 13% body fat range, then it's a lot easier to keep the body fat off and it's a lot easier to build muscle. So that's what I would do. UK, what's up? Nathan from the Bay, Oakland, California. Okay, okay. I'm down from Los Angeles. All right, yeah, I'm down in Orange County, California. But a couple days ago, I flew out to. I'm in Texas right now, so I'm in Dallas, Texas, hanging out with my brother. Washington State, sweet. Oh, Washington, is that why you got snowed in up there? Your opinion on mewing? Yeah, mewing. I mean, it's just the proper tongue posture that nobody knows about. It's like standing posture. Like you can do it or you can't. It's going to lead to long-term health benefits or health risks over the long game, but it's just the proper way to do it. Yerba mate. I think yerba mate's good. Yerba mate's a good drink for sure. Um, I only had a little bit of it last night for the first time, so maybe I'll have to go steal a can. I don't know. We'll find out. I can't breathe with my nose when I'm mewing. You can't breathe through your nose when you're mewing. Well, the only way I could think aren't that you can't breathe through your nose when you're mewing is when the back of your tongue is too far back into your throat and it cuts off the airflow to your nose. So I would say maybe you're putting too much of the back of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Or let's see. Mm, yeah, I'm not. That's the only way I could think of if you're not mewing correctly, or if you can't breathe when you're mewing. Marvel or DC? Oh, 100% Marvel. 100% Marvel. Just because they're on top of their game, man. Like with their movies, their comics, everything. Dumb productions. It's funny that guys who can't get girls and get rejected start being make to. Oh, dude, yeah, yeah. There's a lot of them for sure because they're angry, they're hurt, they're sad, they're confused, they don't understand. And coming from a background of understanding like pickup artistry and like understanding how that whole dynamic works, it's like you get to understand why women are the way they are, and then you learn to act accordingly. So it's like, obviously, if you have no idea how a woman works, you're not going to be able to operate correctly around them, and then you're not going to get the most out of that interaction. Um, Joey, do you do any martial arts? No, dude, I wish I did. I wanted to do. I don't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something cool for a long time. As a kid, I always played football and baseball and stuff, but I never did any martial arts. And I was actually recently thinking about picking one up just to, I don't know, just as like a hobby, I guess, or just something like release energy through and learn how to focus energy throughout my body and stuff. But more of like a spiritual aspect. I don't know what do you do any martial arts or do you prefer any one specific martial art? Morocco, what's going on? You guys are from all over, man. This is cool. I don't know if you say on YouTube there's only two genders, but if you do on Twitch, you get how sad our life is. I'm not sure what you mean, but I don't know. I have a few buddies that Twitch, but I've never Twitched before. Only two genders. Is that a thing over there in? Oh man, where did you say you were from? Serbia. I don't know. What's the big debate in Serbia? Are there more than two genders? Are there two genders? What? Because I only know about what goes on in the U.S. In the U.S., there's infinite amount of genders. Apparently, there's new genders every day. So, um, cutting back on my salt is working. Oh yeah. Oh dude, 100% sodium for sure. Watching your sodium intake. Just be aware that when you if you do if you don't drink enough water, then you're going to retain your body's going to want to retain as much water as it can. So that's why I like to drink a gallon of water every day. It just keeps on cycling that water through your entire body. But all right, I'm going to end this pretty soon. So ask all the questions you can. From India, what's going on, India? Let me see. Is it Simran Hake? Simran Hake? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. The best martial art to learn is that Muay Thai? Muay Thai. BJJ because they set you up for real life fights. Oh yeah, that would be pretty useful. I'm sure for real life fights. You know, I haven't really gotten into a ton of fights my whole life. Probably because I'm like bigger than most people, but I haven't really confronted too many people about fighting. From Greece, currently in the UK. Thought of what you're doing business related. What are you doing business related? So I'm working on a ton of different things. For a while, I was doing Amazon FBA. Um, I was looking into doing Shopify drop shipping and then affiliate marketing. And now I'm really focusing on building out my personal brand online on social media and working on getting more people into my programs. I'm trying to get out a muscle building program, a strength training program pretty soon for you guys that do want a strength training program because I do have that weight loss program. So we're gonna go ahead and see how quickly I can get that out for you guys. For protection, better yet, you see forest. Okay. He's saying you get banned if you say only two genders on Twitch. Oh, really? Well, I don't think I'm gonna get banned here, but um, yeah, you can think whatever you want. You know, it's a free world. We're all people. I'm a first degree blue belt in BJJ with 9 years on and off in boxing. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, no, that's always something I wanted to do, but I always put my energy and focus towards football and baseball, just sports and stuff. That's just what my parents put me into, and you know, I found a natural knack at that stuff, so I thought it was pretty good. Creatine or protein? You don't need protein powder, really. You really don't need protein powder. Because the best way of consuming protein is through meat. So if you can get, or from food. So if you can get your protein from food sources, especially meat, like chicken, steak, fish, all that stuff, it's going to be so much better. It's going to metabolize so much better. Creatine, if you can take creatine, take it every single day. Everyone should take creatine for sure. There's really no downsides, no side effects, but it's also not like it's only going to be like 1% of your aesthetic. You know, you already have to be on top of your nutrition. You got to be on top of working out a lot. So creatine is going to be that little cherry on top. Awesome. Sweet. I said it correctly. Awesome. Awesome. What do you think about Coach Corey Wayne? Coach Corey Wayne's good. Coach Corey Wayne's a good guy. He definitely knows what he's talking about. You know, he sounds like he has a ton of experience. Like I didn't read his book or whatever, but I know he likes to talk about his book a lot. But I've definitely watched a few of his videos and understand some of the mindset of, what to do in certain situations, or what to think, or why, girls are the way they are in certain situations. So yeah, I think he's definitely a pretty good coach. But he's kind of old, so I don't know how his experience is nowadays. How often do you come on YouTube live? Not too often, but I'm thinking about maybe doing it like once a week or something. Because it's really cool to just sit here and connect with you guys. It's really fun. I mean, 25 minutes already gone by. Can't believe that. Um, how many times a week do you weight train now? Dude, I weight train almost every day. Probably, I would say at least 5 days a week. But I'm not focusing on strength gain right now. It's been pretty hard, especially because I've gotten a lot more active on YouTube. So I haven't been able to focus too much on my strength training, but I do go because I need to work out every day now. I'm so in the lifestyle and the mindset now that going every day is like taking a shower for me. It's like if I miss a shower, if I miss the gym, I feel gross. So it's just a part of my habits, part of my routine. Um, so I think probably the biggest thing for me, I know you didn't really ask, but I think the biggest thing for me is focusing on focusing on how I can grow in my strength, because I've been pretty complacent with my strength, but overall aesthetics been, you know pretty well. All right. So let me know when the strength training program launches, bro. Dude, yes, that would be awesome. I'm stoked to get it out. Alfredo, what's going on? All right, guys, I think I'm gonna cut it off there. I'm gonna go spend time with my niece and my brother. So I hope you guys all have a freaking awesome day. Go ahead. How long do you recommend working out for beginners? Do work out as often as you can. Work out 5 days, 6 days a week if you can. I mean, definitely take a rest day or two a week, but work out as often as you can for sure. So thank you guys so much for coming out and hanging out. I'll probably plan on doing another one next weekend too. So just an FYI, just a heads up. But if you guys have any more questions, go ahead, shoot them to me on any of the posts that I commented over here. But it was awesome hanging out with you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.